Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Sheila. Nice to meet you. So in today's video, I'm going to do a little bit of a story time about my trip to Hong Kong, and I haven't decided how I'm going to title this video yet. To this day, what happened was really weird. So if you can explain to me why this happened to me, that would be great. But I don't know what I'm going to title this video yet, so I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to tell you guys what happened to me in Hong Kong. So let me give you a little bit of a backstory. I went to Hong Kong last 2019, during March for spring break because I really wanted to see BTS perform in Hong Kong. I love their Asian shows, and I know it's way too hard to get tickets to Korea or Japan to see BTS. So Hong Kong was my next bet, and it fell right perfectly into my spring break. So I went to go see 2 of their 4 shows in Hong Kong, and I also was in Hong Kong for 9 days. I didn't go by myself. I went with a group of friends who were also into BTS, and we went to the shows together. And a few days into visiting Hong Kong, we went to the Australian Dairy Company, and this is when something slowly weird stuff started happening, and I'm going to explain it to you guys. I just don't know how to word stuff correctly in this video because it was so weird to me. But if you guys know what happened or can explain it to me, leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinions and thoughts. So nothing happened at the dairy company that was weird. But if you are new to Hong Kong and you're a traveler, you're a foreigner visiting, check them out. They're a really good breakfast place to eat. I loved it. I really liked their egg sandwiches. It was the best scrambled eggs I've ever had in my life. But that morning we went to the Australian Dairy Food Company to get breakfast, right? And I already knew going to Hong Kong, I don't speak Cantonese or Mandarin, I'm not Chinese, but I know being Asian, I would get away with it a lot more, especially since Hong Kong is a country that's owned by Britain. A lot of the residents there who are younger will speak English, so I knew I'd get away with it a lot more. But when we went to the Australian Dairy Company, this is my first time seeing this, but the waiters there weren't too nice to my friends. They were very nice to me, but they weren't very nice to my friends. But mind you, I've already read the reviews on this restaurant going into it, so I knew that it's a very fast-paced restaurant. They just kind of like you in and out. They don't really like you taking a little while to decide on what to order. So my friends were taking a little while to order, so I understand they were getting a little bit annoyed. But the waiters were really nice to me, and my friends who weren't Asian, they weren't the nicest of my friends. But again, the food was great. So if you want bomb food, go check them out. But we ate our food, we got our food, the waiter gave us our food, and then we went to go pay. And I went to go pay for my food, and we all went to go pay separately. And after we paid, I went outside. I stepped outside because I didn't want all of us to cluster at the cashier. And when we went there, me and my friend stepped outside, and when we stepped outside, the waiter also stepped outside. And what was weird was that he was asking me for a photo. He pulled his phone up. He didn't speak English very well, so he pulled his phone up. He's like, "Photo? Can I take a photo?" And I was just weirded out because he was asking me for a photo with me, and I knew this might happen, but I didn't think it would happen to me. I think it would happen to people who looked more exotic, someone who was white or a different race than just Asian, because I knew that in high school, my Spanish teacher who took her class trip to Japan, she took a few kids, a few students in our school to Japan with her since she's Japanese. I knew that she told us a story about how this kid in our class that was white, he's really tall and white, blue eyes. When he went to Japan, a lot of people thought he was famous because he had these bright blue eyes and he was white, and people asked him for photos on the streets all the time. But I am not white at all. I am Asian. They see me everywhere. They see people that look like me everywhere, you know? So I was a little bit taken back by it, but I was okay, I don't care. Maybe you just thought I looked like this actress or someone famous in Hong Kong. But I did tell the waiter, I'm not famous. I'm letting you know I'm not famous, but if you want a photo, we can take a photo together. I really don't care. It's just a selfie. That kind of made me feel a little bit weird, but I was just that's kind of weird because I'm Asian and they're Asian, they see people like me all the time. And my friends were oh, maybe we just thought you were pretty, or that you looked like someone famous. I wouldn't think too much into it. I really didn't think much into it. And then after we got breakfast, my friends and I parted ways because the girls I went with, they wanted to go to the Disneyland in Hong Kong, and I had no interest in that. I love Disneyland. I am wearing a Mickey Mouse sweater that I got from Hong Kong. I love Disneyland, but I looked up Disneyland Hong Kong and it wasn't anything like the Disneyland LA doesn't, the Disneyland OC in California doesn't have, and I had like an annual pass here like for multiple years. It was something out of the ordinary, so I said pass to that, and I did my own thing that day, and I kind of traveled to Hong Kong by myself for a day, and I explored so many beautiful places in Hong Kong, and one of them happened to be this temple. And this temple wasn't like a very touristy temple. It's a very low-key temple. Like, to be honest, I was shopping, and I was done shopping, so I just kind of looked up some stuff near me, and there was a temple nearby, and it looked pretty, so I decided just to walk there. And when I got there, for some reason, even though it wasn't a really popular, famous temple, it was a very touristy spot. Like, there were so many tour buses there. And as I was walking around this very, very gorgeous temple, I was like texting my parents. I was on Instagram. I was taking selfies and I was taking a bunch of photos in general because the temple was so pretty. And I was on my phone. I remember this so specifically because this happened right after I took this photo right here. It's a really bad photo, but like I just wanted a photo to show my mom. But right after I took this photo right here, this is what I was wearing and stuff. After I asked someone to take the photo for me, I was on my phone again because I was sending the photo to my mom, showing her like where I was at and like, the pretty temples and stuff. This lady shoves, so I'm gonna show you guys my phone. This lady shoves her phone, and it was on video. Like, the video was recording. Like, she was recording a video like she was vlogging, basically. Shoves it in my face, shoves herself right next to me, and goes, selfie, selfie, selfie. And I was like taken back by it. But because of what happened earlier that morning, I was like, okay, maybe I just am dressed like a certain celebrity in Hong Kong. I think I look like a certain celebrity, so whatever, I will take the selfie with her. But she shoved herself against me and shoved a phone that was already recording without my permission if I wanted to be in or not, shoved it against my face, and I was just like, okay, that's really rude, but whatever. So, and she didn't speak English, by the way. She spoke very, very, very broken English. She mainly spoke Chinese. So I like peeked my head in for like her selfie, even though it wasn't a selfie because it was a video. She was recording me the whole time. And then I like slowly walked away. I was like, okay, like bye, like nice to meet you. Like, I walked away. And then as she saw that I was walking away, she shoved her, like, I was still holding my phone like this because I was texting my mom. And as my phone was like this, she shoved her whole upper body, like her whole chest against my arm. And like the way she did it, she was like shaking her upper chest. So like rubbing it against my arm, so I could feel everything. And if you're a girl, you have, you know, like boobs, like you have chest, you have like a chest, and I could feel her like chest, her boobs rubbed against all over my arm. And she wasn't wearing a bra, and it was so jiggly, like literally so jiggly. I felt everything, and I was very, very like creeped out and weirded out, because there's one thing like chasing after someone and like bumping into them. I wasn't running away, I was walking away, and she ran up to me and shoved her whole body against me and started like rubbing my arm against her chest. And it was very, very weird, and I was very creeped out, and I was like, okay, maybe it was a mistake. I'm just gonna walk away, like I'm gonna keep walking away. And I kept trying to walk away, and as she saw that I was trying to walk away from her, she did it again. Like, she ran up to me again. And again, I was still holding my phone because I'm not gonna put my phone down. I was scared. So I was holding my phone like this and just walking away. And she ran up to my arm again and did the same thing again, where she would like rub her whole body against my arm, like her upper chest against my arm. So I felt everything, and it was so jiggly and it was so gross. Like, I just felt so violated. Like, I did not want to feel that. I did not want to touch you like that. I don't know why she did that. I don't know what the correct term of this is. It's not, I don't think this is sexual harassment. I don't know the correct term, but whenever I tell people this story, everyone gets so weirded out because, one, none of my friends who are Asian that have traveled to Hong Kong, even my friend who was mixed, he's Asian and white, and he's a Hapa, he's mixed, he lives in Hong Kong, he's never gone asked for photos, and I don't know why I did. And then my foreigner friends who are Asian also, who have visited Hong Kong before me, I told them both the story about the Australian dairy company and this lady at the temple. I told them that story as well, and they were all very weirded out because they're like, no, we never got asked for photos. My friends are very, very pretty people. Like, they're very good looking people. I feel like I'm like the ugliest one in the bunch, and they're very good looking people, and they still didn't get ask questions. Like, one of my guy friends literally is full Vietnamese and has like green eyes. Okay, like, I don't know how that happened, some sort of like recessive trait, I don't know, but he has like shocking green eyes, and he told me he didn't get asked for photos at all. So it was just me that did, and I was just like, that was so weird. The photo part isn't the weird part. The weird part was that lady rubbing herself against my arm. Like, I just don't understand why that happened. But yeah, that was my little weird story time from Hong Kong. I have nothing bad to say about that country. I love Hong Kong. There is a lot going on in that country right now. I'm not going to speak my opinion on it because I don't know much about it. I don't want to speak upon a subject that I don't know much about. But my opinion on the country as a whole, I had an amazing time. I had so much fun in the country. There were so many nice people that were so nice to me. There was beautiful sightseeing places for tourists. Everything was amazing. The subway station was great. It was just a beautiful country, and I hope someday I can visit again. But yeah, if you guys want more crazy stories or more questions about how my trip to Hong Kong, how I afford to pay for it on my own, being a college student and going to go see BTS front row, let me know. I will love to do more videos on it for you guys. But that's all I have for you guys, and as always, subscribe down below. I'm really trying to hit 2,000 subscribers, so subscribe down below, give this video a thumbs up for me, and comment down below letting me know if you've ever had this situation while you're visiting Asia or just any other country in general, because I go to Vietnam. I used to go to Vietnam I've been to Vietnam 3 times my entire life. The last time I went was in 8th grade, and I'm now a senior in college, so it's been quite a while. But even as a kid, no one really asked me for photos, and to be honest, as a kid, I felt like I was a much cuter Asian kid than I am now. Like, I felt like I've gotten uglier now than when I was little. So no one asked for photos in Vietnam, even though I looked like a foreigner. No one asked me for photos. I've never had this happen until my trip to Hong Kong. So yeah, it's very odd and very weird. But that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys next time.